Alright guys, welcome to Game 5 in the After Hours Gaming League playoffs between Twitter and Amazon on what is potentially the last game of the day. Amazon with a very nice lead at this point. We'll see if they can continue forward. Spawning for Amazon though in the top right corner of Daybreak. Playing Terran is going to be Chashui.
And his opponent spawning in the bottom left spawn location is going to be spawning for Twitter, of course. He's the Blue Zerg Storm.
Now, I gotta say, this is my favorite matchup, Penguin. Whether it's Wings of Liberty, Heart of the Swarm, I don't give a flip because I love Zerg versus Terran.
Man, dude, the way ZBT has evolved in Heart of the Swarm actually makes for probably the most exciting games to watch. I don't know how much of MLG you watched, but did you see Ghost User versus Bomber?
No, I did not, sadly.
That series, go watch it. An hour and I think it was an hour and 24-minute game on Newkirk City.
Oh,
which
jeez.
was like 20 minutes into the game, Bomber just nukes his own army. And then it's like nukes all over the place, Ravens doing stuff. Oh my god, on the game on Whirlwind actually had a great moment where Bomber put like 3 or 4 Seeker missiles on one of his own medevacs and then boosted it over Ghost User's army.
I did see a gif of that. It was a big highlight thing. People on
Oh
Reddit
my
went
god.
nuts. But no, my favorite thing about this, like, forget any pro player, forget any amateur player, whatever league you're in. Like, I just really love this classic matchup. For me, it's always like, I think aliens, I don't think Protoss, I think Zerg. You know what I mean? It's the bugs, the swarmy effect. I mean, it's just your classic alien.
Very, very true.
And oh,
Very
wow.
true.
Command Center first coming out of Chashui.
Yeah, he's opting for the CC on the high ground, which I really like because it's pretty safe.
Yes.
Ooh, is he gonna lose the SCV? No, he's not.
Really close. But yeah, no, I like this because I gotta tell you, experience of playing Terran, there's so many times where you get greedy, you put Command Center on the low ground, Zerg just decides to Zergling all in you, and you're like, oh great, well that's that. Cool story, GG.
Yeah, I recently had a game where I was on Whirlwind and the Terran decided to go 3CC before barracks, and I was 10 pooling.
I was saying, you better buy that game. That is so silly. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, 10 pooling is actually really good in ZBT right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, so many Terran players, like, because they like going for things like Reapers and Widowmines early, you don't see that full wall off a lot more often than not.
It's not even just aggressively, though. I mean, if you scout with the Overlord that he's going Reaper, you can just go 10 pool, continue making drones, and just get a much earlier Queen out as well.
Well, I really like 10 pool speed. That is one of my favorite combinations for fighting for anything
Against
that
Terran?
doesn't. Well, that's of course coming from the 2v2 perspective. That's what I was alluding into there. But yeah, whether it's Terran, whether it's any race, it's kind of cool. It's fun, and it's something you just couldn't do in Wings of Liberty, I feel. Not that anything's changed for Zerg, it's just the reactions, the guidelines. I mean, if someone's rushing a factory to get a Widowmine out, their wall might be broken, and you can get in there and do some stupid damage.
Yeah, I personally don't really think Temple Speed's all that viable in 1v1, just because, against Terran.
Well, again,
just because if they do finish up that wall, they can just repair forever and ever and ever. And it is pretty heavily all in, but I do really like Tempo quite a bit. And Tempo Speed is really good against Zerg.
Well, my love and specialties, of course, they come from 2v2s, man.
I know, man.
I will always love this. ProTech got me into StarCraft. Like, I'm just gonna say it straight up. For anyone who doesn't know who he is, he's like the only featured 2v2 streamer, like, at all. So he's the one who got me into StarCraft 2 more than anything else. I mean, I played the game, I loved it, don't get me wrong. But to, like, actually get into it, learn the builds, get involved with, like, you know, the pro scene and all that, like, that's what suckered me in. So my heart will always belong to the 2v2 scene, no matter what. But I do enjoy 1v1s. Yeah, I always enjoy 1v1s, though. There's not from a perspective, or sorry, spectator, wow, good English, Rifkin. From a spectator
you can try to combine the two and be like a perspectator.
That's what I was doing, and then I stopped. But from a, well, and I can't even do it. GG, that's it, it's over. Goodbye, folks. It's nice cast for the After Hours Gaming League. But no, really, from a spectator point of view, I love 1v1s. Don't get me wrong.
Rifkin, you mentioned Zergling all-ins.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot coming on the field right now. And the thing that's funny about
this is an 18 drone Speedling Baneling all-in coming up. He does have a Baneling nest, right? Yeah, he does. So this is definitely a Speedling Baneling all-in. It's hitting a little late, so there will be a couple of Hellions on the field. I think Storm's actually kind of lucky that he opted to go for Hellions instead of Widowmines, but this could still do quite a bit of damage.
Well, I feel the strength in this game for the fact that he saw Command Center first. A lot of the times players will punish that by going for this particular all-in or a Roach all-in. I mean, they're two really great ways to punish a Terran player for not having a lot of units on the field. But oh man, the Baneling's coming in. They're going to connect with this bunker, but they don't even really need to, I feel.
Yeah, I'd actually... Oh, he is going to surround the two Hellions. One of them does get away, but it is surrounded. No, it's not surrounded. It does get away, but it will die. This is actually going to do quite a bit of damage here.
Yeah, bunker falling down as well. Any sort of follow-up to this will just flood in, but the two new Hellions should actually... A good fight on the ramp is what you want as a Terran player. You always want to engage with Hellions on a ramp, of all places.
Yeah, he misrallied. He rallied them out to... He rallied the Lings out to his natural, so they're not reinforcing, and there's just a third CC coming up behind this, and I think... The decision to detonate the Banelings on the bunker was a really big mistake, because what you really want to do, your first priority should be to bust the wall at the top of the ramp. Because now Chishui's actually in a pretty good position.
Well, I can understand though, it would have been difficult to get past that bunker without losing a couple of Banelings, but you're absolutely correct. Even so, like, even if the ramp was completely non-viable because of the bunker, I would have loved to see those go straight to the mineral line or something. But man, taking these fights against the Hellions, yeah, this is hard to watch. I mean, he's losing a lot of Hellions, sure, but the Zerg... Wow, that's not walled off!
That isn't walled off. I don't think the Zerg player notices that, but
he
will be able to kill off a couple of SCVs. I actually like the decision to go after the SCVs. If he focuses down the SCVs now, he could try to stabilize a little bit. He does kill off quite a few. He's ahead in the worker lead.
Now he knows that's not a wall off. Absolutely. But yeah, you're right. I mean, the SCV count getting lower. The mules, of course, going to keep the Terran ahead and afloat in the mineral income. But... if you can get in their back, like, I don't know, Penguin. I feel at this point it's like you got to reel back and realize that didn't work, and throwing more Zerglings at the Hellions just out of the question.
Yeah, that's why he is going to be going roaches. He's trying to wall up here with a couple of spines and a couple of Eva chambers. I think this is actually a big overinvestment. He doesn't need to do this. He's killed off all of the armies. Chishui cannot push with anything except for a couple of Hellions for the near future. Looks like he wants to go for a Marauder Hellion push here, and I do actually quite like this. He is transitioning into bio as well, so Chishui's comfortably ahead. Storm able to pick off those SCVs in the mineral line. Sort of allowed him to stabilize a little bit. He's not out of this yet, but he is pretty far behind. And with these 6 Hellions, they could do quite a bit of damage. There are still a lot of Lings on the field as well. Those could have been
Those
thrown,
Hellions are not going to get into this base anytime soon, I feel. With the double spines, I mean, like you said, it's a bit of an overreaction, but because of the overreaction, he's not going to suffer any losses here. Yeah,
he'll be okay. There is a bit of a hole there, but I don't know if the Hellion... Actually, if the Queen can fit, the Hellions can. But he will lose a couple of Hellions going through there, so I don't think he wants to go for the fight. Ling's coming back to try to defend. He has to be careful with that. He doesn't want to lose those, and he will lose those.
I'm not sure anyone's actually informed Storm that Hellions are pretty good against Zerglings at this point. Because, I mean, between 2 ramp fights, that bunker, and right now, these Zerglings are not happy with their master, I'll tell you.
Missed the memo.
Yeah.
We do have a Spire halfway done, though, so he is going for... he's not wanting to expand to a 3rd. He is getting a macro hash. Oh, money scan going down in the main of Chishui.
He sees the hatchery.
Right on top of everything.
Yeah. Now the thing is, like, Muta, Ling, Bane, it's actually surprisingly very strong versus Bio, and being the fact that that's what Chishui's doing, this could get turned around, and our Zerg player might just pull this back.
His problem is that he doesn't really have the drone count. He's sitting at about... Oh, he's actually up to 40 drones, but with Ling, Muta, Bane in a macro game, you really want to be on 3 bases. He does have the 3 hatcheries, so he'll have quite a few Lings, but you really want to have that 6 gas income. He's going to be relying a lot on money Baneling hits here.
Well, the thing too is, like, I don't know, if he starts making mutal, he's even gone for the upgrades. Like, this is gas he needs for units, not attack, I feel. And oh, that Widow Mine. Oh, Penguin.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. That bad. 5 kills is still pretty nice. He actually kind of painted this picture on the ground. Like an arrow pointing at the Widow Mine.
I'm waiting for somebody to like get the perfect Baneling hit that has like a picture of Jesus and the Zergling blood just shows up.
Well, like I know the physics aren't the same, but on my screen the 3 Zerglings went different directions, so it looked like a blood paint of like an arrow pointing at the Widow Mine came out afterwards.
Okay. This Widow Mine of the Natural will kill off 1 worker. Does he have detection? No, he doesn't. So it's gonna take a while to clean that up. Here come the Hellions. He is engaging with the Lings as well. I don't like that. He's gonna lose a lot of those.
He should really just pull back with the Zerglings. There's no need to sacrifice them.
Yeah.
Hellions have just done so much damage this game. I really like the Chishui got so many on the field because, I mean, they not only defended that really early push, but they've quite frankly kept him at bay. And ooh, another nice Widow Mine hit.
Yeah, we have a 4th CC on the way as well, so Chishui is just getting more and more ahead here.
Well, he's got one chilling in the air though, being
yeah, I'm not quite sure what the deal with that is, but
select all idle buildings. Please implement Blizzard. Of course, they'll still make the button impossible to see, so whatever. But yeah, you're right. That no detection is actually hurting pretty bad. The worker was picked off, and he's still only just now cleaning this up.
Yeah, Storm is falling further and further behind. Chishui I like that he's not overextending with anything here. I mean, let's actually take a look at the... Actually, looking at the resources lost, it's pretty even. But Shui is ahead. And
yeah,
especially
but,
with his fourth base coming down now.
A lot of that was that early damage. I mean,
yeah.
Storm has been on the back pedal since he had to reel back from that all in. And he's been trying to recover, but, I mean, the Terran player is just... Shui's playing this very well. That's all I have to say about that.
There's detection on the field now, as we saw, but he hasn't dealt with the second Widowmine yet. If he's unlucky with these links, he could lose a ton of them.
You can detonate...
Oh, no!
No. Oh, no!
Oh, no!
No! They're too fast.
It's fine, he kills a Muta. Wow, that was weird. I'm surprised those didn't
That should have been enough time. Yeah, that should have been enough time, even with speed links.
Well, what happened was, what happens sometimes is that...
It's the channel
it retargets. It retargets when the lings leave the... when the ling it's targeting leaves its range. Oh, no! Oh, wait, it already detonated. Never mind, it's fine.
Yeah, it's that 1.5 second channel that hurts. I mean, the big debate came up after the Flash vs. Rain game, man, where people were just trying to figure out, like, why did none of those Widow Mines go off?
You mean Life?
Or Life, sorry, not Rain.
Yeah.
Thank you. Too many Koreans on the brain. Now, one thing that's actually really cool here is you can use changelings to detonate the Widow Mines. Like,
yeah,
I've seen people use this tactic before, and I'm really hoping, but no, circling bait will just be the choice here.
Yeah, I actually like that more. I like saving up that energy on the Overseer to be able to contaminate stuff. Here we go, a little bit of an engagement here. Not engaging with everything, has to make sure that he doesn't get baited into those Widow Mines back.
The Mutals can't be the first ones in the fight versus Marines.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, he's losing a lot of stuff here right now. These Marines doing really well. Shui with really nice control takes out the Overseer as well, so those Widow Mines will not be contested, and Storm is forced back.
And Storm still doesn't really have any Banelings. Does he even have Bane speed at this point? Yes, he does. So.
But where are these Banelings being made?
30
at
of them.
Home.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the thing. Like, he needs these Banelings. Like, it's funny. Widow Mines are kind of like the Terran Banelings, and Marines become the Zerglings in the effect that they just cancel each other out. Tons of explosion going off from Widow Mines and Banelings will quite frankly eradicate most of the battlefield on both players' sides.
What he needs to do, this is going to be really important, because splash damage does one-shot the Banelings, so he's going to have to engage very carefully around these Widow Mines. If he loses a bunch of Banes to one Widow Mine, that is going to be game. He is so far behind at this point, he needs to hit the best Baneling hits of his life to come back from this. And at this point, it's pretty much Ling Bane. It's not even Ling Muta Bane. He's got 2 Mutas. It doesn't count as Ling Muta Bane.
Look at the worker count. When does this happen in a ZVT? Ever. I mean, really, this is ridiculous.
Look at the third base of Storm as well. He's going to have to defend this really heavy push. He's going to have to decide whether or not he wants to go for a base race or try to defend. Spines will finish, but not in time to do much.
Well, the Banelings actually
and he is pulling back. The Banelings are closer, as you were about to say there. Yeah. And he does lose the third, though, and that is big.
He'll clean up this army, though, but at the cost of Banelings. And you gotta remember, Banelings, as nice... Oh my god, so much green. Cool. I love watching it just go flying off the cliff. That's always the best. Yep. But I was saying, Banelings, like, they're great, and they equalize tons of Marines, but you lose that unit as well. You don't walk away from that fight unscathed. So, like, to win, you still have to make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the planetary and the supply depots as well.
I know, I was just looking at that. This is going to be really hard to break.
I gotta say, quite frankly... Between a siege tank and the Widow Mines, this is impossible to break. At least with what's currently on the field.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, he's just making more CCs.
Well, this is what you do as a Terran player, right? When you got the minerals, no cancels going off, but he doesn't care.
I like that he's going for the third though. This is the right decision. The main is too hard to attack at this point. He has to be careful with the mains, not to detonate them unnecessarily.
Yeah, he can't afford to waste them.
Where is he going with them? Is he going to try to detonate the planetary fort?
I hope not, Penguin. That would be the biggest mistake ever.
He has enough, but he's not ahead enough to do that. Oh, he's going for the army. The Widow Mines are going to detonate. Nice hits on the Widow Mines. And yeah, I think that's game, man.
The Widow Mines are low too, like that hurts. 10 kills and 1 kill. So, I mean, a lot of damage done there. Medivac's picking everything up, and I think a drop in the main, like you said, will just end this.
Yeah, this is just, I'm trying to think about a way to...
I want to be nice to this player. I want to be nice to Twitter Storm, but at this point, I mean, his early game decision making was good. The Bane lane just didn't work out the way he wanted it to, was the thing.
Yeah, he's actually getting a nice engagement on these Marines, but it just is not going to be enough. Losing a lot of Overlords here as well. The Muta's coming on in, and GG is called. Storm loses the last game, and Amazon takes the series 4-1.
I almost said Storm 8 like 3 times that game, by the way. But yeah, guys, so Twitter, unfortunately, going out, but Amazon, I believe actually there is a consolation bracket or something to that extent, so maybe they'll still have a chance to play, but regardless, Amazon advancing in the main playoffs, so congratulations to them. Hopefully, we will see them continue this path of victory.
Indeed, and once again, if you enjoyed our casting, please head over to afterhoursgaming.tv and do vote for us in the So You Think You Can Cast competition. And please also consider voting for our friends Maynard and Zeph. They are two pretty cool dudes coming from Australia. And yeah, I mean, oh, speaking of Twitter, what's your Twitter, Rifkin?
Oh, it's at riff_kings, RIF_KINGZ.
Oh,
How about you, Penguin?
Well, mine is MYI Penguin. Thank you for asking.
See, guys, this is why we're all polite. We waited till like the end of the series to plug ourselves. So like for the polite casters, go give us a thumbs up.
Just for that alone, you should follow us and vote for us.
All right, guys. Well, take care and see you next week.